ensure here, I'm going to go to points mode, grab all these guys here, kind of shoot it outwards a little bit, kind of like so. Maybe we can bring it up a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Cool. Okay, now I think what we want to do is we're going to build kind of a little bit of a area here. And I think what our main intention here is to kind of build a little bit of a, let's get rid of the wrong mode here, kind of a suspension kind of thing for when this thing kind of does its thing, bounces around, whatever. And it's not actually going to be interactive with the animation once we get to that point. But, you know, I think we need to just kind of give it a little bit of extra detail so it kind of sells what we're doing here. So let's go ahead and let's extrude inwards. And our polys are going to be a little not aligned perfectly, but that's okay because we're not going to be focusing too much on this area. So let's maybe just bevel this up a little bit. Extrude inward. Like so. And just kind of drop that down. So, yep, not that big of a detail, but it's definitely going to help with what we're trying to accomplish here. So I'm going to go to our side view and go to our, I suppose our right side here, go to objects. I'm going to get a cylinder, and I'm just going to kind of bring this guy up here. Where is he? There he is, very large. Don't need him to be that large right now. So bring down the height. Bada bing, bada boom. Maybe put that at 1 just for right now. Cool. So we're just going to kind of eyeball this guy in here. And our radius is still way, way, way too much. So I think, yeah, maybe even 0.1. Bring our height down a little bit. So this is just going to give the illusion that we have some sort of kind of structure. And we're going to kind of add to this as well. Maybe we can bring this up, 0.2. So I'm going to go to my splines here, and I'm going to grab a helix. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer that helix over to our cylinder. So let's go over to Tools. Let's go to Arrange Objects and go to Transfer. And so we're going to take our helix, and we're actually our cylinder, because we want our helix to line up with our cylinder. And we're just going to plop that into Transfer To, and then we're going to hit Apply. And we're not going to see anything because our helix is still pretty massive. So let's drop our radius down to 1 and 1 and see what we got here. It's still going to be pretty big. Maybe drop our height down to 5. All right, our rotation is off. So let's go ahead and get our rotation tool, grab this, and hold down Shift. So I can go increments of 10 and go to 90 degrees. All right, let's bring that down a little bit here. So again, I think we're going to be at the mercy of our cylinder here. Maybe like 0.25, 0.25, get a little bit of room to breathe there. And we're going to want to kind of tighten up these coils a little bit. Oops, wrong one. Let's bump up our height here. Bring this down like so. And we're just adding in kind of simple details here. All right, so we have our helix. And now I'm going to grab a circle spline. Turn that down to about 0.3. And knowing our size we're working with here, we're probably going to have to drop that down a little more. But let's grab a sweep spline, sweep NURB, sorry. Put our circle in there, then our helix. We should be getting some results, but not what we want. So 0.1. And that looks pretty okay. I think we could probably afford to bring our cylinder down just to give it a little bit of air, a little bit of room to breathe there. So we kind of have a coil there. So give it kind of a spring. We could probably even tighten that up just a little bit. So something like that. So it just kind of helps with a little bit of detail. So it's looking pretty okay. All right, so let's go ahead and continue with our column here. Just kind of grab this guy here. And I'm just going to grab these top points, just kind of bring it up a smidge, like so. And let's see what our top poly is looking like here. And we got some n-gons, but that's not going to affect us right now, so we'll just kind of stay the course. So let's just, I don't think we want to bevel that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and let's extrude that out. And then let's go to extrude, kind of bring it down a little bit. And we're going to kind of create that gap again. Let's go to extrude. Oops. And do something like that. Cool. So we kind of have that gap. And I think maybe, you know what, I'm going to want to go a little thicker on that. So let's try that one more time. Extrude inner. Go a little wider on this and then extrude upwards. There we go. Just make it a little bigger. Cool. Looking pretty cool. All right, and then we can probably just kind of top it off by just beveling the top of this here. Just kind of smoothing it out, you know, maybe extrude it in a little bit here and then add another bevel. You know, we'll definitely add in more detail here and there, but it's looking pretty okay. You know, as you're going along, just kind of grab some of these edges, UL, kind of grab that guy there. Even grab this guy here, and let's just bevel that. Just kind of soften up those edges a bit. It'll definitely help. And once again, get our Phong tag, put that on 30. Oops, wrong one. Gun column, put that on 30. Get a nice hard edge there. Cool. Okay, well, I think we're, once again, moving in the right direction, upwards and onwards. And our little guy is coming together. So, you know, we're going to be doing a lot more of this stuff to these areas, filling in a lot of the detail. But, you know, like I said, we're just kind of building out our basic shape and whatnot. And then as time goes on, we will definitely add some more detail. But, you know, let's stay the course and let's move on to the next one and we'll get this thing finished up. All right, see you in the next one.